Are you thinking about living in San Francisco and being only a few minutes walk to a San Francisco Giants game? If you are, you've hit the right channel. On this channel, we'll talk about real estate, but we're also going to do deep dives into the neighborhoods. I'll show you what's different about each neighborhood, and then we'll talk about price points so you can see what's affordable for you. If you want to know all about life and living in San Francisco, hit the subscribe button below and you'll be the first to know all about life and living in this great city. My name is David Match Real Estate. I am a Northern California realtor living in San Francisco. I help people in San Francisco buy and sell homes. If you need to relocate to San Francisco, want to relocate within San Francisco, or just love the city, I'd really love to hear from you. All my information is in the description below, and I'd really love to make your move to San Francisco a successful one. Today, we're going to be in the Mission Bay neighborhood of San Francisco. Right behind me is Oracle Park. That's where the Giants play. And I'll walk you around and we'll see some more of it. So let's go take a look at Mission Bay. Welcome to the Mission Bay neighborhood of San Francisco. On my right here, this is Oracle Park where the Giants play. It's not technically in Mission Bay. Mission Bay is right across this channel and it's over there. Mission Bay is bordered by Soma, Dogpatch, the Bay, which is right in front of us over here. Take a look. That's the Bay here. And Patura Hill. So it's a new neighborhood. It was just developed within the last 27 years. In 1998, the city of San Francisco decided to redevelop the land here. And the land here before, if you look over here, it's where I said it's all in the water. It used to be all marshlands. And starting in the 1800s, San Francisco dumped a lot of debris, dirt, other things like that over there. And slowly it became land. After the 1906 earthquake, a lot of the destroyed buildings and the debris from that was also placed over there. So it became actually usable land. The history of Mission Bay has a lot of different uses. It's been meat processing, it's been warehousing for many, many years. It was shipbuilding and ship repair, one of the biggest facilities on the West Coast. So it's been a lot of different things, but now it has intentional redevelopment. And so now you have a vibrant new area over here, and it's almost all condo or rental apartments. And single family residents don't really happen over there. And it's very young professionals that live over there. A lot of the tech workers, because it's huge on the biotech. So anyways, let's dive a little bit deeper into it. Let's go take a look at it. I'll go take a look at this area. This is just the beginning of it. Pretty large neighborhood. So let's go take a look at Mission Bay. There are over 6,400 condos and apartments in Mission Bay. It's all condo and apartment here. And give you an idea of what they're like. These behind me, this whole complex behind me, it's the biggest one here. I think they have like 595 units. It's huge. They go from one bedroom, one bath, and go up higher than that. The lowest price is right now, there's 7 over there in this whole complex for sale. Out of 6,400 units in Mission Bay. That's not bad, but they have like 7 for sale that are in there, different varying units. Right now, I think the lowest priced one in there right now is $700,000. And the highest priced one I think right now for sale is $2.26 million. As I said, they vary in size, they vary in square footage. But one of the things that's really important that people love about all this new development, all these condos, and also the rental, is the amenities. A lot of them have 24-hour concierge, sometimes doormen, things like that. This complex, it has an area for dogs, to walk your dogs. It has a pool, it has gym, it has parking, it has areas for bikes, things like that. So they come with a lot of amenities. And that's kind of what the people who are wanting to move to Mission Bay, this is what they're looking for. They're usually, as I said, they're going to be a lot of young professionals and a lot of the techies. And they don't, they just want their amenities. They want to be able to just live there and enjoy life here. The life here, it's not as exciting as some of the other neighborhoods. This is right next door. Soma's just down the street. And the Mission District isn't far away as well. And those have really vibrant nightlife and restaurants and things like that. Of course, there's restaurants, some nightlife here as well, shops, things like that. But it's not the same, and it doesn't feel the same as some of the other neighborhoods have it. So one thing we should note too, the median price of a condo in Mission Bay is $1.5 million. It's not that bad. It's a really good entry level for getting into San Francisco. And there are over 50 biotech companies in Mission Bay. So if you're hired by one of the tech companies, biotechs here, this is a great spot to live. Your commute is nothing and it works. So look at this. It's over here. This is 16 stories up there. The other one over there, it's the whole big complex. I think it's almost an entire block. So that's kind of living in Mission Bay. Now it doesn't you don't have to live in a big building like this. There's also small ones as well, and smaller units per building. So look around. There's lots of different ways to live. And I'll show you some other buildings that are here. So anyways, condo living in Mission Bay. Across the street is the northern terminus for the Caltrain from Gilroy up to San Francisco. So this is where it stops in San Francisco from the Salinas Valley of Gilroy that's down there. So this is, it gets very busy here. This also goes through San Jose. So a lot of the tech people who work in South Bay can also use Caltrain to get back and forth down to San Jose. So it gets very, very busy here. Also, if you look right behind me here, we have a Safeway. It's Safeway, for the people who don't know, Safeway it's a very large grocery store chain in California, and it's very big here in Northern California. Across the street, there's a Walgreens. So there's a lot of amenities here. One thing about the Caltrain station, it helps with the transit score for Mission Bay. The transit score here is 84. We also have, besides having the Caltrain here, this is the Judah line that goes here. This is the one that goes all the way out to the beach. So it goes into San Francisco, downtown, which we're not far from downtown here, goes down Market and goes all the way out to Ocean Beach. So they have a really great transit system here. Tons of buses out here as well. The walkability score here is 87. It's flat. This is all flat land because this was reclaimed land. So we don't have the hills right over here. And another thing I want to talk about while we're here, as you can see it, is the sun. The weather here is amazing. This is one of the warmer spots in San Francisco. It's usually sunny, light winds. Today we have a little bit of a wind, but it's usually light winds, but it's sunny here a lot. This morning, everything was kind of gloomy in San Francisco, and all the fog burned off by about 11:30. So if you look behind, it goes deeper in there, and if you can see, it's a bunch of condos. It's all mid-rise condos. More in towards the downtown, you're gonna find high-rise condos, but here in Mission Bay, it's all mid-rise, and they go everywhere. It's all down the street here, and it's a very vibrant area. So, I'll show you some more of it. So a lot of my videos, I talk about the main streets that's in the neighborhood, and that's where everybody goes and does their shopping, and they have stores and restaurants, bars, things like that. Here in Mission Bay, you get a lot of them that are like this. They're just spaces on the bottom floor of condo building or apartment building. So some of the older neighbors in San Francisco, they're over 100 years old, and transit wasn't as good back then as it is today. People had to go local for their shopping or for their eating out, whatever. Well, Mission Bay is a planned neighborhood. So here you have little shops, little toy stores and things like that are dispersed throughout the entire neighborhood. So the Safeway is down there. You're gonna find another one further south of where I'm at, and they're dispersed throughout the neighborhood here. They're just in the bottom floor, like this one is, bottom floor of a residential building. So Mission Bay does not have like a dedicated little main street for people to congregate in. It's all over. And it kind of changes things up here too, because this isn't really a destination for people to go out in. There's not a congregation, so you can go from one place to the next to the next. So it's not much of a destination spot, but there's not a lot of hype about Mission Bay for night events and things like that. And a lot of people here, they go to the other neighborhoods. I said, Mission is just right next door, and Mission has great nightlife. So that's kind of what happens here. Behind me is the Chase Center. It's the home of the Golden State Warriors, the basketball franchise in San Francisco. It has other things that happen here, such as concerts. I was just at a concert here a couple months ago. And so there's a lot of things that do happen right here in the middle of Mission Bay. The Giants playing, if you're a big sports fan, you have the Warriors here. The Giants play within a walk or short Uber ride just down the street. So there's a lot that's actually going on in Mission Bay. Maybe not a lot of nightlife just yet, but there is a lot happening here. And what's really good about here is you have the immunity system that's right here. So when concerts and things get out, they still have immunity going on. So there's that in buses and things. So it makes moving people a lot easier. So this is right in the middle. The bay is just on the other side of the stadium. And it brings some nightlife and some events going on here in Mission Bay. Mission Bay certainly isn't for everybody. If you're looking for that warm, nostalgic, great architecture feeling of some of the other neighborhoods in San Francisco, you're not going to find that here. But if you're looking for dense urban vibes and something a little bit more affordable, Mission Bay just may be the spot for you. It's new. It's a little bit more antiseptic than some of the other neighborhoods. But it's a nice little neighborhood, and it's a great little starting point, especially just getting into San Francisco. And it's a great feel, and it's really centrally located. Downtown is just right over there. So, and if you also want, going over there on the other side of the freeways over there is the Mission and Soma. So if you want to know any more about Mission Bay, I'd really love to hear from you. Hit me up, and I'd love to show you more of Mission Bay. Thanks for watching.